Hey, this is Stacia, and we are going to play a training game on chess.com. But first, let's warm up with a couple puzzles just real quick. Plus, it'll help me keep my streak. I think I have a streak on survival. I don't! It erased it! I'm so sad. Alright, so we're not doing that. Let's go to this. How dare they? I was at like 32 with green. I wanted to go from there. Okay, anyways. Let's go ahead and do a warm-up puzzle here. Just to get my head in the game, you know? Okay. It's an interesting position. So there's definitely danger for us. Like they're threatening to like take and then take here, check, and apparently there's a win for black here though. The thing that really like jumps out at me is I want to get this. That is what I want to get. So can we do something forcing? I mean, we can, because I can check. They can't take with the queen because we take with bishop. So if I check and they take with a knight, for example, well then after bishop d4, the knight will take me. So can't get that to work. Not right away. Okay, but what if I play here, for example? Then I'm attacking the queen, and they can move. But if they just move the queen, it's check. And then the knight is also... I don't know how good that is, but it seems right. Famous last words, right? If they just take, this time I do go bishop d4. That should be good. So I'm more worried about them moving the queen. It shouldn't be okay, but... yeah, actually they can't move the queen anywhere good. There is no square. This would be taken, this is taken, this is taken. There is no place to move her. Okay, I think that's it. Okay. Took me a while, but I got it. Now, do I take right away? I think I do because that's about to happen. And there we go. All right, let's go. As long as I actually solve that, I think I'm ready for an actual game. Let's do it. Here we go. All right. E4. I'm going to go E5. It's a Roy Lopez. I can't help myself. My coach might not like this. I'm going to play a line that I like recently. I can't help it. I got to do this. That's the critical move. I don't remember the critical lines, so that's part of why I'm doing this. Because if I lose this game, at least I'll learn something. Now, actually, there is one line where I take this way, I think. But I probably will take here. And if they take the pawn, do I have queen d4? Because after queen d4, there's queen check here. If they take, I take back. Queen defends the rook on h8 from d4. So maybe they take here, check. This looks familiar to me. So I think this is it. See if they go into this. I think I will go queen d4 though. If they go knight takes e5. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember a little further. But I think I know that position. I think I go king d8. And if they go d3 and get the bishop out, I have queen takes b2. So I'm kind of musing about that. So yeah, I think we're in a game here. This is a game. It's a chess game. Is that news to anybody? No, it's a game. It's a fight right now. And we're fighting in the opening. I'm challenging them to take e5. They're seeing if they're for the challenge because, when you push your f pawn like this, okay, you're opening up the diagonal towards the king. Whoops. Towards the king, not the queen. So you do need to be aware of any knight sacrifices, right? Just like the knight can go anywhere now just to open up the queen. You have to be aware of this kind of stuff. So that's why I had to calculate that a bit. Also, this is theory, but I think queen d4 is the move. I do recall there's other lines with different moves, but I think queen d4 is correct here. It does attack the knight immediately. They will go check. Yeah, and if I go g6, takes. I'm guarding the rook with the queen. They take with check. Do I have king d8? I mean, they do sack a knight there. The only downside for me is that the kingside pawns actually become kind of strong. But this seems right. This is what I remember being the main line of this. So I'm going to do it. Let's go g6. There's no other move to consider here. Let's play fast, hoping they take the rook. Take the rook. Do it. Do it. Okay, they see it. All right, but they can play queen takes g6 check, and I think king d8 is the move. I believe king d8 is the move. The knight is protected. Yeah, and if d3, okay, yeah, I like this. I mean, they try c3, so I have to start thinking on my own now. Everything was, okay, that is not a real move, I don't think. Okay, they're down material, but not a lot of material, so they're threatening check. Question is, do I care? If I just go bishop e7, they take. I take back with a bishop. I feel like I don't care that much. Like, what's the big deal? I don't see a big deal there. So I'll probably go with that. Or I could just take with the queen. They're pinned. That's even better, right? Now, if they take me, that pawn is kind of isolated and weak. However, they can't push any pawns without trading it off. And unless they can... And I also have bishop f5 to be a little bit annoying. I think I should play queen takes e4. Just my intuition is telling me this is the move. So I'm going to do it. I'm usually not big on trading queens, but my opponent did sack a knight. So, if they're going to give up a knight, I will trade down. So that's where we're at. And I think we're probably just winning here. But it won't be an easy task necessarily, but it shouldn't be too hard either. It's going to be just we're better and we have to convert it. So consolidation will be important. Consolidation meaning we just get our pieces active to good squares, get developed. I'm going to castle queenside almost certainly. Okay, they attack this right away. Knight f6, I might lose the pawn still. Probably not, actually. Or if I do, I get another advantage. Knight f6 is probably fine. Bishop f5 comes to mind, but I could walk into this kind of thing. Then again, if they do play g4, then it weakens h3 enough that I feel like I could go rook h4 and try to like get that other rook over here. It's a long way away though. Knight f6 just comes to mind. Knight f6, if d4, I take it. I feel like they have to take back there. Otherwise I go here. I mean, my intuition said this is the right move. And I was just kind of like trying to deny it. But, you know, I need to stop denying my intuition. Usually it's going to be right. Okay. I want to castle queenside, so I want to move the bishop somewhere. I'm thinking just to f5. It kind of makes sense. It looks like the bishop's bad there. However, they can't move these pawns without trading this guy off. Then my bishop makes more sense. So I'm going to do that. Curious what my coach should think about that. Okay, so now they're eyeing this unprotected knight, which makes me want to protect him. Maybe I go here. I feel like that's risky. I want to go bishop e7. And then I want to get this rook out of the line of fire here. Because the name of this game for us is consolidation. We want to consolidate the position. We're up material. So just get our pieces active on good squares and eliminate any counterplay. So like this counterplay that he has with the bishop, I want to get rid of that. So I should move my rook, I think. I don't even think I have to right now, but I could. So honestly, I think I will just castle. Because he doesn't have a threat right now. I've got this guy. He's solid. Okay. They are good. Oh, okay. Okay, I was wrong. I was wrong. I think there's... Actually, I wasn't wrong. Never mind. All right. I had a couple things flash through my head here. One was that, oh no, my bishop's attacked. If I move my bishop away, they can take here. They take my rook with the bishop. Oofies. But they didn't think about the fact that they aren't developed. I can actually just take. I take here. If they take here, I take their rook. That h3 pawn is pinned. So I don't think I should take with a knight because then they can do their own thing and I don't have a threat with that knight. I think I take with the bishop. I am developed here. I mean, I'm still going to be up material. They can take my rook, but I want a knight and a bishop for that. This is good for me. For once, I counted correctly. One of my biggest weaknesses in chess. But I did count this right. Yeah, I'm up an extra point of material from that. They cannot take this still. Because I take the rook with check, then I win their other rook. Okay, now I could definitely go bishop f5. There's no pawn that will ever kick that bishop out again. I could also simply take. No, I lose a bishop. I still could do it though. Like take, take, check. They move, and then I grab that rook. But then they grab my knight, and then they're on my bishop. Okay, I don't like it. I think I should simply move away. And we're winning. And now we just convert it. So I can take that pawn now, and I probably will. I can also take this pawn. Honestly, that looks great. They both look great. Take there, take. That one's 2 pawns. They'll get a little bit active, but I also have a check. I'm going to leave that in reserve. I don't think I have to do that right now. Okay, they're probably going to resign soon, honestly, because I'm going to take here. Then I'm going to take here. Oh, wait, that rook is not protected. Wow. They didn't even go for it, though. That's pretty interesting. Definitely going there. Yeah, I had a feeling they'd resign. Okay, I don't know if this is a perfect game, but the part that I'm most curious about is the theory in the opening. Okay, so I got it right because it's 95.9. I wasn't sure during the game, so it didn't feel like a 95% performance. But I did work it out and got there. So that's cool. So paste notes some theory, I guess. So after takes, yep, queen d4 was right. Okay, I'm glad I figured that out. And then here is already a mistake because of g6. And if they take, they just lose a piece. And this is the main point of this, right, is that the queen defends the rook. Usually white takes that rook, but it's protected. So they came back in this game. Now, in the actual theory, I think they go here, and this can still be dangerous. Like, black should be winning, but I've lost games because you have to play king d8 here. If you don't, you pretty much are under attack. So, yeah, you can play king d8, and then they can go d3 and try to get this move, which makes a lot of sense. But yeah, you can block with the knight. And if they play here, and yep, I'm going to show it. I do remember this, though. If they do this, now we can take on b2, attacking that rook. Now they can go here, which does x-ray defend the rook, but we get to trade queens. Okay, and I've looked at this before, but it's good to get, you know. Like, even this position, though, I feel like it's not, like, crystal clear to me. Just because white has so many pawns. I mean, we're at material, but not that much material. And white has, like, a lot of pawns here. So, to me, this is still a bit of a game. Like, it's a struggle still. And I would study this to make sure I know what I'm doing. But it does give black the nod on this one. The engine does. Okay, so anyway, let's go back to the game. In this particular game, they went queen e2, but that was just wrong. Oh, good. I'm glad to see I did play the right move. So I was definitely considering, you know, just playing something else. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to take with a pawn, actually. But this doesn't make as much sense. Why am I taking on this isolated pawn? Yeah, they can attack it immediately. I can defend it, I thought, and then they can try this kind of stuff. and kick out my bishop and try to win it. But yeah, it says black's still winning there, but to me that seems harder than what I did in the game. Just take. Pins the queen. We want a queen trade because we're up material. Knight f6 was right. I had a feeling knight f6 was right. Okay, so I should have went bishop g7, but my way is obviously also winning here, so not a big deal. Yep, and they can't play b4 because we take it. Yeah, and then there's this kind of stuff, right? Like check, they go here, we take the rook. Okay, we're just up 5 points of material now, and good luck. So, yeah, and I think that's a mistake because they miscounted. Okay, they got a pawn. I take their knight. They take my rook, but I take back. So I won 2 pieces for a rook and a pawn. That's 6 points of material for 6 points of material in a position where I'm up material. So they go here, save the bishop. Okay, I think this part's kind of easy. Yep, and then they resigned. All right, so pretty easy game, I guess, overall. Didn't feel easy during it, but turned out it was. So yay for that, and I'll see you next time.